Good day, I'm Lisa Rowe and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, March 27, 2024. Cabinet has given the approval for the creation of 3,830 new posts at the National Solid Waste Management Authority. This will benefit workers at the agency's 4 regional subsidiaries. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark updated Parliament as he closed out the 2024-2025 budget debate on Tuesday. The posts will come on stream in the upcoming financial year and supports the process of bringing contract workers onto permanent employment. Dr. Clark says the problem, which has been around for years, impacts the contract workers' ability to secure a mortgage or pension.
At the moment, there are only 269 posts. Everybody else is on contract. Sanitation workers, truck drivers, route supervisors, enforcement officers, mechanics, man speaker, all of the working people in NSWMA and its subsidiaries for the past 30 years approximately. But under this government, Madam Speaker, the permanent posts have been created. And in the upcoming fiscal year, we will make workers in the NSWMA and their subsidiaries permanent.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness has tabled the Omnibus Protected Areas Policy Green Paper, keeping Jamaica in line to exceed the global target for the percentage of landmass being protected.
In the coming fiscal year, we will complete declarations of protection under the NRCA Act for the following 5 areas: Canoe Valley, which borders Manchester and Clarendon, Montpelier in St. James, Long Mountain, St. Andrew, Industry Cove, Hanover, and Bengal, St. Anne.
The globally agreed target is for 30% of the country's land to be protected by the year 2030. But Jamaica has already exceeded 25% and is on track to meet the 30% goal 5 years earlier by the end of 2025.
Your government will declare 23 parcels of Crown land as forest reserves or forest management areas under the Forestry Act in 2024-2025. It is also to be noted that we completed our protected areas regulations in this fiscal year, solidifying the framework to be used for management of these areas.
The latest developments follow last year's declaration of the Black River and the Pedro Keys protected areas, which were designated as ecologically sensitive areas. Students and teachers at the Monique College in St. Anne are now benefiting from an enhanced learning environment, with their e-learning lab being outfitted with technology devices. The equipment includes cutting-edge PCs, interactive panels, and multimedia screens, and were sourced by the Ministry of Education and E-Learning Jamaica. Education Minister Favour Williams says it is part of a larger effort to improve educational technology infrastructure.
When you come into the classrooms, if you're teachers, or into the world of work, you will be stepping in fully acquainted with technology. You will be bringing innovation into the classrooms or into the offices into which you go, or into your own businesses.
CEO of E-Learning Jamaica, Andrew Lee, adds that the devices will help teachers and students train in problem solving, creativity, critical thinking, and innovation.
Let's remember that education in technology goes far beyond providing technical infrastructure. It's about engaging minds, fulfilling dreams, and of course, lighting the path to a brighter Jamaica.
And finally, the Silo community in St. Elizabeth is the latest to be connected to high-speed broadband internet, benefiting approximately 200 residents, including students. This was done by the Universal Service Fund, USF, and represents the 4th such initiative in the parish, the others being in Balaclava, Quickstep, and Seven Corners. Chief Executive Officer of the USF, Dr. Daniel Dawes, says more than $3 billion has been spent in the 2023-2024 fiscal year on programs such as these to increase digital inclusion.
We are committed, we have purpose, that the charge that Darrell Vaz, the minister, gave us, that we are to go by the byways and provide for the people access to this high-speed broadband facility.
The occasion was used to distribute tablets to students, and 5th grade student Yannick Robinson expressed gratitude for the internet connection.
I want to thank them for giving us Wi-Fi so we can do our homework and also to achieve our goals.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Lisa Rowe. Thanks for watching.